Take a look at the Mavericks starting lineup here, and the Mavericks coming in with a record of 10-4 and a victory the other night. Register to high-five the starting lineup and be the world's greatest superfan at Spurs.com/. Yeah, it's fun to hear as Krista Santa Rosa presents our officials here, just the different people, the experts, you among them certainly, and the different descriptions they come up for this guy.
How do you describe him?
A combination of all of the above, I think. Dirk Nowitzki. Does that surprise you? 26 a game, 30. They are fourth in the league in defense. The Spurs, now at 108 a game, are number 2 in the league in points scored. Chandler and Manu coming over to
Option on screen and rolls if the big steps.
So Chandler at the free throw line, 82% this season. 4-0 Dallas here in the first minute. Juan Blair's played sparingly the last couple of games, even though he has started. Manu to the rim and in. To glass. Parker attacks again. Looking for Tim. Nice job of Butler covering up on Duncan. Now Blair in amongst the trees. He finds Timmy.
Great pass. Just tremendous ball movement. Right now the guys in white are.
Stevenson to Jason Kidd. Kidd. And he draws the foul. Official has made the call that that's his legacy.
That's what he's saying.
That's right. Here's Tony Parker. Timmy with a rebound. Right back to Parker. Here he comes in again. Oh, watch out as Stevenson with the steal and Kidd feeds it the other way. Chandler is fouled. So this
Jason Kidd had Deshaun Stevenson, or rather Karan Butler.
Or the Rockets. There's always enough fans. Rebound comes off to Stevenson, shovels it again to Kidd. Spurs 2 of 6 in the early going. Kidd backing down on Parker, the left-hand hook. Up. Oh, good.
That was supposed to be picked up this morning, as in that was garbage. Pure, hot garbage, that shot.
They pick up Dallas garbage on Saturdays in San Antonio.
That's right.
Or they're on Fridays. I don't know what day it is. Ginobili with the jumper.
It said Deshaun Stevenson has 2 hands full with Manu Ginobili.
Chandler gets the dunk this time.
That was great.
Numbers of that game, you kind of wonder how they did win.
Yeah, with Kevin Love on fire. Darko Milicic has really started to play some good ball.
Jumper is up and good by Karan Butler, who averages 13 a game. That's what Darko reminded
Hey,
him.
well, you know, we can get into Darko Milicic later. I got a whole hour on him.
Vastly improved. Manu and one. Stevenson the foul. Mavericks have hit all 4 of their field goal attempts. Stevenson trying to make it 5 of 5, won't go. Number 2 in the NBA in three-point shooting behind the Red Rocket. Kidd the steal right to Butler. What an incredible play by Jason Kidd.
Well, that's Jason Kidd. Terrific passer, but one of the better defenders you're ever going to see.
Loops it back out to Manu. 10 on the shot clock. Ginobili feeling it. Why not? The tray from Manu Ginobili. Kidd. Jefferson on him now. Parker on Butler. Nowitzki has Manu. The step through. That's why you're wondering he didn't do that last time.
Yeah, that was solid defense by Manu Ginobili.
Tony probing away again. Richard right out again. The steal as Butler. And the Spurs have turned it over 4 times. Kidd the miss. And Parker tried to tie up Chandler. Is called for a foul instead. And that is.
Now watch here. I believe this is a kick ball by Jason Kidd. Oh no.
Nope. Went off the
right up the inside of his legs. That's a good play.
12. Juan Blair comes down.
I like Manu taking that ball all the way to the hole against Sean Marion. Don't bail him out with a jump shot.
Butler the miss. Rebound to Dallas. Out of bounds. Nope. Another foul.
That will.
And Marion, please turn away. This.
No, he and Dwight Howard have the same release.
Pass. Butler.
That was a mistake there defensively. Both guys drop back in the paint.
7 of 11. Here's Duncan. Tim gets it over Chandler.
Wow. That was a tough shot there. Tyson Chandler is not easy to get a shot over.
Kept him a little bit off balance. Kidd in the paint. Pulls up off the window.
Jason Kidd throwing that little wing out there. Tonight, I don't claim him.
Thank you.
He's on the Dallas Mavericks.
12th year of the league. He is a heck of a player. Averages 17 a game. Their second leading scorer coming off the bench. And to Bonner, the hottest shooter in the league. Matt, who went 2 of 6 the other night, but is, watch out. Manu feeling it. Trying to catch him. Ginobili a 40%. J.J. Barea averaging 7 points, 2 boards, 3 assists per game.
I think George brought his fly swatter.
I hope. I'll tell you what, you better have a long fly swatter. Nowitzki, 39% from long range and knocks down the triple here.
There's another one.
Manu matches him with his 3rd 3 of the night. Chicago splitter, the Spurs rookie. That'll be an interesting matchup. Manu faked it. Bonner stakes it.
Oh, boy.
Matt Bonner. Look at those shooters. You got Neal, Bonner, Hill, and Ginobili. George in the paint attacks and draws the foul. And they're both who would prefer to be hit closer to the basket. Signing, he was in Portland working out on his own with a train. His first home appearance for the Spurs now in a couple of years. Last year he was with Sacramento. Barea, the floater in the lane.
That was nice for a little guy.
27-25. Neal looking to Hill. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. George, the floater, sweet. George Hill on the move.
Rolls.
Spurs now 11 of 21. Trying to offset the Mavs, who are 10 of 16. They take advantage of Spurs' 5 turnovers. And now Terry knocks down the jumper here. That's a 2, 29-27. 18 points on 6 of 7 shooting. And the Mavs and the Spurs hooked up at another dandy here tonight at the AT&T Center. Bonner to Hill, got stripped of it in the paint. Got it back, or does he? Ime lost control, but a foul.
Quarter. He caught that ball in the backcourt with 3.5 seconds. With the ball, by the way.
He can. Barea has it out front. Nowitzki. Great move on the spin. Dirk Nowitzki. Knocked away. Off of Gary Neal.
That was a good
Terry back to J.J. Barea. Swings it to Marion. Marion. Pop a shot for 2.
That's who you want to shoot it. They shoot a little short on
the piece. We're tied here. Neal off the splitter screen. Way off the iron, and it comes beyond Mahimi. Barea ahead to Terry. The pull-up jumper. Mavs lead 33-31 as Jason Terry. Thiago going for an and 1. So to the free throw line for Thiago. And it's 10 seconds against Orlando after he had. Now Parker trying to break him down. Bonner.
I just didn't like that possession at all.
Hill went for the ball. Marion comes up with it and takes it all the way and scores.
If you're the Spurs, you have Thiago Splitter with the ball.
The Spurs down by 2, 35-33 and 8:22 to go in the second quarter. Steal by Marion.
Well, Leo, what you're saying is if I'd had a program like this when I was growing up, there had been hope for me.
Yeah, there would have been hope for you, Sean. In fact, they probably could have used you over at Highlands. And let me tell you, one of the wonderful things they're working on over there is from
the community and some projects that people have gotten involved
with somewhere in the other part of the world, but really making a difference.
To push even harder and improve upon what we did the previous season.
Well, you know, Sean, this is a wonderful town full of a lot of good people, a lot of people who need some help, and Silver Stars, Toros in Austin, and the AT&T Center.
Yep.
Blocking foul called on Thiago Splitter in the circle. Barea will go to the free throw line with a 35 apiece. We're visiting with Leo Gomez, the Vice President of Public and Government Affairs.
You know, one of the best ways is to identify one of the projects, and they're all Spurs calendar every year, or supporting the Tucson Tennis Gala that'll be coming up in the spring.
Richard Jefferson just missing on the alley-oop. Coming up, Richard Jefferson almost completed, Sean.
Well, they love to run this play with Tony Parker in the game. He's the guy who makes the pass to Richard. And Sean Marion is awfully lucky there that he doesn't make Richard Jefferson's poster. Richard was going top shelf. If Marion doesn't...
His first 3 shots, this is his first free throw.
$1,000 grant each with the grand champion named in April.
We're looking to join it.
Give him room to operate. He's got a little guy on him.
Giago does it with a jump hook.
Exactly. The guys in...
Good to be with y'all.
All right, thank you much.
Thanks, Leo.
Leo Gomez with us. Splitter saying happy Thanksgiving inside. Timeout. We'll be right back. Dallas. Alex Ajinka with a jumper. Will not go. Got his own. No. Parker quickly beats him to it. Tony against Marion.
Wow.
Woo!
What was
Tony Parker a little up and under. Back. Gets the foul, but let's take a look at Tony.
Tony's awfully quick here, but if I'm Sean Marion, I'm going to let this little guy bring the ball to me, and then I'm going to try to beat it up. Sean Marion, what his thought process was there. And he's trying to challenge Tony outside of the paint with all that athletic ability and his size. Makes no sense to me.
Spurs had in that torrid first quarter from Manu. Back to Bonner. Marion pursuing him. Bonner the hook. Oh, he and Splitter, either one could have had it. As a result, they should have had it. As Bonner exits. Here's Manu. 5:54 to go in the half. Spurs by just 2. Parker against Terry. The fadeaway. Oh, how about that? I don't think we've seen a lot of that. Tell you what, he's done an outstanding job wherever he's coached. Indiana, Detroit, now with the Maverick, because he's a heck of a three-point shooter now in the later stages of his career. Butler winds his way to the hole to find Chandler, and he is fouled.
Well, they had Tyson Chandler in jail here. Fumbles the ball, Timmy's on it. There's McDyess, and at that point, there's no need to reach. He's got to bring that ball back to one of the defenders. That's when you take a swipe at it.
To Butler and the different trades, he goes, and almost every another, it seems that, because you look at this team again, it's
you can look at is the coaching. Not that, to say that the coaching is bad, it's just switched so much over the last couple of years. Whereas Pop's been on the Spurs bench for Carlisle has been different. And so when that head coach changes all the time.
Manu at the free throw line, and Ginobili knocks him.
The shooter in the corner, and he just blows that opportunity.
Parker against Terry. In your face. Tony Parker. Tied up. McDyess. Parker again on the penetration.
Oh, that was to Timmy.
Tony caught a shot in the mouth as well. Kid to Chandler. And Dirk Nowitzki, who can bring you out of a drought real quick.
Yes, he can.
He's got 11 tonight, very quietly. He's hit 5 of 5. They've limited his shot attempts.
I never played against Jack Sikma. I saw Arvydas Sabonis when he was...
Pardon me, Tim Duncan, the and one. At the line, Duncan can't convert the...
As I was saying before...
Yes, before I rudely interrupted you.
No, before the guys in the truck interrupted me. I was just going to talk about that guy, Dirk Nowitzki. I said I never got to line. He was a terrific in-between shooter, mid-range shooter, but not outside the three-point line.
Nowitzki's last shot was a 2. Chandler with a miss, but he was fouled. And for a couple of free throws. For a year. He's now 8 of 10 from the line. Thought he was going to go reverse, but Tyson Chandler recovered in time. Tony tries to squeeze it into McDyess. And now foul on Antonio. Let's see if Tony didn't get fouled in the process.
Oh, well, of course he did. Please, we just talked about...
The Spurs have shot 14 as a team.
Tim Duncan getting butchered earlier in the low block.
The way we would like. Dallas, a 6-0 run. Butler, offensive foul as
shoulder knocked the guy to the floor.
McDonald's turnovers, not a category we're proud of right now. Tony and Chandler a dozen for the visiting Mavs. As Spurs.com/nationwide, register for your chance to win.
Get a good shot.
Hill, baseline, blocked by Chandler, taken away by Nowitzki. Terry the other way. He missed. And another foul.
For the Spurs, Tony Parker doing a great job getting back on defense. Manu with the first swipe. They're going to call Tony for a push there.
On Butler line, chance to tie it up. Misses the first free throw shooter. Rattles out the second one. Manu. To Duncan. Kidd with a steal. Half quarter. No, wouldn't have counted anyway. Nowitzki, very efficient first half for Dirk Nowitzki. 13 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist on 6 of 8 shooting. He did not shoot. Jason Kidd, he got it. Rare indecision there, and then he gets it back for a 3 and makes it. Oh, brother. Jason Kidd, 35% from the arc. Last gets his first 3 of the night here on his first attempt.
Oh, I'd like to see our guys get a few shots up. There you go. First.
Kidd back to Nowitzki. Knocks down the jumper in the face of DeJuan Blair, and DeJuan giving up.
Right now, Bill, the Spurs aren't moving bodies. They're throwing the ball around the perimeter. They're standing. Everybody who catches it tries to go one-on-one.
Oh, Blair, a fantastic effort.
How about DeJuan Blair laying out for this loose ball? Great hands there. That's a. Oh, that was a save.
He did look like
he's staring down the defense, then they get rid of it. The ball movement is not sharp, it's not crisp.
Ginobili to Duncan. Tim over Nowitzki. Got it. He faked as if he was going to Tony. Will post up against Parker. Finger roll, no. Rebound, San Antonio, and here comes Ginobili. Duncan is 5th board. Manu twisting to Timmy. Lays it in. Spurs now lead by 1. 57-56 is Duncan. Well, I thought they got a piece of Tim's arm as he tried to outlet. Duncan fakes, goes up, and draws the foul.
Great patience
so far in the season. Knocks this one. Spurs will, of course, go to New Orleans next. Start of a 3-game road trip, kind of on Tuesday. The Clippers on Wednesday. 9 on the clock. Nowitzki pops it.
I didn't see him trip over anything.
That's a home court advantage.
That's right.
That line pops up to get the visitor. There's Blair harassing Nowitzki.
He's tired. He's been working his tail off. He doesn't have the size, but he has the quickness and he has the hands to guard Dirk Nowitzki.
His third. Ginobili in the paint. Couldn't finish. Duncan couldn't either. And the Mavs have numbers the other way. Nowitzki back behind the 3. 61-58.
Hey, Dirk, give him credit. He's finding shots in the half-court set, in the fast break.
Now, he may react, but he generally moves on. 59, and Ginobili. Repost to Timmy. Duncan against Chandler. With a right hand in the face of Chandler and still gets it done. Hill. Bonner. Duncan. Bank open on a holiday weekend.
Let's hang around.
Gary Neal hanging out front with Jason Terry, knowing you can't leave this guy open as he comes off the bench firing. And Tyson Chandler, an athletic move on the dribble to the hole.
Spurs don't move the defense at all.
Butler, Parker quickly comes to cover. Now they'll clear, let him post up. Timmy to double. Nice shot by Butler as he turned away from the double team.
That's exactly right. And that's up. Tim Duncan turns away from it, shoots it over the smaller guard.
Neal. Got it! Gary Neal. Dave's possession. Looking for Duncan. Gary Neal, the floater. Off the glass and good! Little Towson coming through.
Discombobulated on the break. They're trying to go to Tim Duncan. This first one here, he gets his feet underneath him, and he is a great shooter. And then this in-between game, watch how he shoots his ball. He moves it around to his right side, around Tyson Chandler, off the glass, the bottom.
Sweetson now, Hill. 2:21 to go in the third. George Hill against Kidd in the paint. Scoop, good! Ooey pooey!
Jason Terry, for that matter, have no shot staying in front of George Hill. Just too clever with the ball.
Good rotation to Jason Kidd, and he pops the 3. Way. Bonner 1 of 4 tonight overall, 3 points. In the paint, Kidd gave a great feed to Sean Marion. He couldn't handle it. Hill spins in the paint, stripped and a foul.
These guys cannot guard him. Beautiful spin move along the baseline, and there's the hack. Oh, very close. Well, I saw a
Big story in the Express News was today about Question. Hill finishing second behind Brooks. Dice now. Parker gives to Neal. Oh, he wanted to pull the trigger, but Stevenson got there too quickly.
oh, double dribble. Bench. You don't want to see Pop's reaction.
I think he's learned that already. Marion in the paint, got it over Bonner.
I'd almost prefer Matt just to shoot that ball right over the top of Jason Terry.
5 seconds, Terry. Marion. Foul is called, and they're going to come over. Dan Crawford's going to take a look at it here, see if the clock. They called the foul before the time went out, I believe. A former Spur, he didn't want to hurt his old team. Here tonight, we didn't expect anything different. Manu Ginobili's had a great night already with 22. And Tim Duncan, a big third quarter, also in double figures with 15 now. The Spurs leading at 73-71. Bring it back. 73-71 San Antonio. Not a lot of wiggle room here. George Hill knocks down the three. And George Hill
Playing with a lot of confidence.
Hill struggled with his shooting in the preseason and early on, but is slowly coming around. Dirk Nowitzki has never struggled as he knocks down another long Hemi. Marion and Terry on the floor. They rotate to Terry. McDyess runs at him. He gives to Marion, and the left-hand shot is good. 76-75. Gets it back from Bonner. John with a block on his fellow Frenchman. That's not right. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Spurs.
Improved defensive team, rather.
Yep, they are number 4 in the league. Points allowed.
Yeah, so you can't get caught playing one-on moving it.
78-76, the Mavericks take the lead. 7 straight for Dallas. Parker up and under. Fouled. He'll go to the line.
Pick on that little man. Not big enough. Tony Parker wearing that little guy out in the middle of the paint.
And Nowitzki gets the foul, his 4th.
Watch Tony just beating up on the little guy. That's abuse right there.
Keep it up. Parker pushed the defense out a little bit. Terry finds Sean Marion. The jump hook is good from Marion. And now, well, you gotta like the action though, as hot as Bonner's been.
Well, I love the awareness by Antonio McDyess.
Dirk to Jan Mahimi with a dunk. The Spurs will get a timeout. HEP with the hustle stats. Rebounds are even. Manu against Barea. Score? No. He'll go to the line for 2. And Ginobili at the free throw line. 15. Manu's 11. Jason Terry to Marion. Nice catch. Better block. And out of bounds. It'll go to Dallas.
So many block shots because of his timing. He gets you as you're bringing the ball up.
Nowitzki off the screen. He doesn't miss very often, ever. Manu all the way over to George Hill. He fires, and McDyess is there to catch and put it in.
That's an assist.
The team is led by more than 6 tonight.
Otherwise, it probably would have been a bad shot.
Barea to Mahimi, and he misses. Manu lost it as there's Barea again.
They're playing out there right now, Bill. High intensity.
George Hill down low on Dirk, and Sean Marion with a turnaround jump. Duncan. Manu for 3. Yep, it's good! Manu Ginobili! And on him is Parker with a switch on Nowitzki. Terry again. Oh, nearly threw it over here. George Hill's got it. Kept it in bounds. Picks it up again. The reverse! Oh, Mama! Hooey-pooey all over the Mavericks!
back with an and one. What end-to-end action.
Overall, he's been very pleased with the Spurs. Added on.
Down the ball and find Marion streaking to the basket.
Parker had a notion on the long shot. Nearly lost it here. 3 on the shot clock. Tony in big trouble. The floater won't go. Shot clock expires, and the Spurs with a turnover. Mavericks with a lead in the ball. Terry running off screens. Now to Nowitzki. Back to Terry. Two Arizona players head-to-head, and Terry wins this one. 95 kicks it off. Parker to Jefferson. He'll attack to Timmy. Overhandled.
Richard Jefferson had a layup there. They did a nice job penetrating the basketball.
Deflected by Duncan. Jefferson to Parker.
Manu to Duncan. Over Dirk. Rebound comes off to Nowitzki. Here. 7 on the shot clock. Nowitzki, they rotate it quickly. Underneath. Chandler. Great ball movement. Jason Kidd.
Here's Dallas Mavericks. He's going to find somebody.
6 assists tonight for Kidd. Ginobili to Duncan between his legs and out of bounds. And the Spurs are down 5.
Stuff. They're going to need some stuff here to pull it out against Dallas. Dallas will shoot for their 4th win in a row. Bonner comes up with a loose one on a poor pass by Kidd. Hill on the break. Kicks to Manu. Trying a 3. Can't get it. Nowitzki pulls down the rebound. Ginobili. Been red hot tonight. Nobody hotter than that guy. Dirk Nowitzki, 12 of 14.
What has made them successful? Watch his fadeaway. That's off 1 foot. A 7-footer with that type of touch.
And 26 points. And the Mavericks have now scored 9 in a row. And they have their largest lead of the night. And it comes at the best time of the night for them with 1:37 to go per game. Their low for the season was 16.
Yeah, they've gotten the guard. They're going back to the assist numbers. Game schedule, but they just didn't share the ball like they have in their previous 13-14 games.
As a result, that 12-game winning streak in severe jeopardy as Terry goes in and one.
On 29 field goals, it's just, it's not a ratio you want to see that
Game,
yeah,
it would have been a little bit easier to absorb.
sure.
Because
Not the
Spurs,
Dallas Mavericks is what you're saying.
Yeah, it hurts when it's your division rival as well. You would think on a night where Dirk Nowitzki doesn't go to the free throw line that you'd have a pretty good shot because
Screen and rolls.
and you got to give some credit to the Mavericks.
the other 24 Dallas starters. Manu with 45 seconds to go. Lays it up and in. 31 for Ginobili now. Sean Marion backs down against Parker. Hill fakes the 3, steps in for the 2 with 30 seconds to go.
Well, now you got to foul.
Yeah, and you don't want to foul him. Manu, he saves it, but it goes to Chandler. And they nearly tie him up before a foul is called. You get no sympathy from them.
No, they got about 5 hours back to involve film session. But you have a lot of highlights from this game tonight. There's no question about it. Defensively, but probably more importantly, offensively. Defense wasn't all that bad, but when you turn the ball over that many times.
And on a night where the Spurs shoot 25 of 27 from the line, they lose by 9 to the Mavericks, 103 to 94. So the 12-game winning streak comes to a halt here tonight. And the Mavericks push their record to 11-4, winning their 4th straight. The Spurs fall to 13-2, still leading the Southwest Division, though. 103-94, the final. We'll be back in a moment.